My favorite moment from Norco was this one, early on in the game when Kay, the protagonist and player character, stands in her front yard and reflects on the history of her family's home. You're presented with 3 clickable options, each of which expounds on one of the 3 floods that the house has weathered. But after you read through those 3 options, a new option appears, titled The Fourth Flood. And if you click on this choice, the text shifts into future tense and describes how the house will be flooded one more time during a hurricane that will destabilize the community and bankrupt the region. It ends ominously by declaring that after this flood, the house will be squatted and then razed. This moment left me deeply haunted. By presenting this future occurrence in such detail, the game subtly but powerfully creates this impression that this outcome is an inevitability. The fourth flood is preordained and unavoidable. Reading what will happen is like receiving a chilling premonition from beyond this world. That haunted feeling is the thing that defines Norco. This game is loaded with details like the fourth flood that are haunting in the way they're tragic yet banal. But the thing that really sharpens this haunted feeling is the way the game abstractly explores death, be it the death of a family member, the death of the environment, or even simply the death of a home in a flood. The game begins with death as your character, Kay, returns to her home in Norco, Louisiana after her mother dies. Norco is a real census-designated suburb of New Orleans that's known for a massive fire-spewing oil refinery, and the game focuses largely on exploring a near-future sci-fi version of this place through a classic point-and-click interface that essentially involves repeatedly examining individual pixel art portraits of the town and receiving written prompts or dialogue when you click on certain areas. It's a system that may sound outdated or repetitive, but in practice it's extremely engaging and greatly enhanced by the game's superb lo-fi soundtrack. The impetus for this exploration of Norco is a journey to find your brother that coincidentally also involves learning about a research project your mother was working on just before she passed. The plot veers into pretty unexpected territory by the end and really dives into that abstract approach that's only hinted at in earlier acts, but for me at least, it worked. There was a particular scene toward the end of the game that left tears in my eyes and returned me to that haunted sensation from the fourth flood scene. Haunted is the word I use to describe this feeling because I mean it on the surface level of unsettling or eerie, which the game often is, though it should be noted that the game is just as often funny and somewhat light. But I also mean it on a more literal level. Haunting is when something dead comes back into the living world, and it feels like this game examines the edge between life and death, where perhaps occasionally things move back and forth across that barrier. The narrative elements that relate to that are obvious. There are characters and places in this game that are dying or recently deceased. A core component of the game is a technology that preserves the memories of those about to die. And some of the themes that the game touches on, like religion and superstition, relate to how we make sense of what lies beyond death. But it's the subtle moments, like the fourth flood scene, that have the biggest impact. Those are the scenes that really demonstrate how Norco's combination of masterful writing, elegant musical scoring, and simple, heartfelt visual art can create that feeling as if a ghost or spirit has communicated with you. Norco is worth playing for many reasons, from its stunning pixel art to its often hilarious dialogue. But the game's ability to create that haunted sensation is what makes it a truly special experience.